Hi everyone, this is Dr. Chhoda and welcome to my channel Ignition Time. If you don't know anything about me, check out my introductory video. I have the fortune, the honor, the privilege of living the American dream. I'm a beneficiary of American exceptionalism. My name is Dr. Chhoda and welcome to my channel Ignition Time. In this video, I'll talk to you about the new phase of stimulus negotiations. There are political considerations at work. In fact, the US Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin, who was interviewed today on CNBC, specifically said that. And the other aspect of this is that there are sections of the economy, there are pockets of the economy that are still struggling, and there are individuals who are being left behind. Unfortunately, our economy right now is like a train that is leaving the station and leaving behind some individuals who are simply not able to get back on the train. It is unfortunate, it is tragic, but it is what is happening right now. On an interview today that was conducted on CNBC, the US Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin said some things that were very important, that were very revealing about the state of the stimulus negotiations, about the state of the economy right now. And I will actually contrast some of those statements with statements from another important White House official, the White House senior economic advisor, Larry Kudlow. And it sometimes seems that the messaging from the White House isn't as coordinated. Sometimes it seems that some of these individuals don't really talk to each other as much as they could. And so I want you to judge for yourself when you watch these videos. This is an interview by the US Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin, and we're going to take a quick look at it. But here's what the US Treasury Secretary said. He said, parts of the economy need more work. There are many areas of agreement, and I, meaning the White House, is available to negotiate with House Speaker Nancy Pelosi at any time. So he was asked in an interview on CNBC this morning, the bill from last week, the skinny bill, the targeted bill, it would have provided some relief. It would have provided some benefits to some individuals, even though it was not a comprehensive, even though it wasn't a wide-ranging bill. So what was the opposition that the Democrats had? And keep in mind that one Republican, Senator Rand Paul, also voted against the skinny bill. And so he was specifically asked, what is the root of the disagreement between Senate Republicans and Democrats? And this is what Mnuchin said. He said that the bill clearly had components that help kids, jobs, and small businesses. He did say there are clearly parts of the economy that need more work. And this is the important part because, we all believe that those who need help the most, those who are making the least amount, those who essentially don't have any savings, those who are working in jobs that were impacted or that have been impacted as a result of this pandemic. I'm talking leisure, I'm talking hospitality, I'm talking travel, entertainment. All of those individuals impacted by these sectors need help more than other individuals who can work remotely, who are able to get back to work. And there are a lot of individuals who have gotten back to work because this is a K-shaped recovery. He said there are clearly parts of the economy that need more work. He said the president and I want to have more support for American businesses that have been impacted by this. Again, these businesses are leisure, hospitality, travel, and entertainment, because these are the industries that have been impacted the most. I'm not traveling. My family and I, we haven't been to the movies in months. We haven't even gone to a restaurant to eat because we're not eating indoors. We do take out once in a while, and that's pretty much it. And I'm not the only one. Everyone watching understands that, we're not traveling. We're not going to hotels. We're not eating out, and this is why those industries have been impacted very badly. In fact, there have been some rumors coming out of the White House that all the unspent money from the CARES Act, the president is considering allocating it to the airline industries because, these airlines, they have powerful lobbyists in Washington, and we are talking tens of thousands of jobs in the airline industry as well. But again, what about those who are in leisure, in hospitality, in entertainment? A lot of these individuals are getting left behind. So this is what the US Treasury Secretary said. He said there are many areas where there is agreement between the Republicans and the Democrats. And he said in some areas we have differences when it comes to the amount, but he said, I will continue to work on this. I've told the Speaker I'm available at any time to negotiate, and we look forward to the negotiation. So it's clear that the White House wants to deal with House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. In fact, I believe the pressure on both sides is increasing. And what I find very interesting is that Steven Mnuchin appears on CNBC, appears on Fox News, so does Larry Kudlow. So, and Mark Meadows hasn't been as active on the TV circuit as much as these two officials. But it is clear that the White House is stepping up their public effort, if you will, to try and put pressure on House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. And by the way, let's be clear, House Speaker Pelosi is sure to, respond to this at some point through her preferred station, and when she does, I'll be sure to cover it. So let's watch what US Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin said. Let's roll the tape and see what he had to say.
It seems like there was enough in that bill, even though it wasn't everything that everyone wanted, that it would have been a plus, a net plus for businesses and others. Why didn't the Democrats allow that to move forward? And what is the root of the disagreement between, the Senate Republicans and Democrats on this issue, in your view?
Well, I think the bill clearly had components that are supporting kids and jobs and small businesses. And there's clearly parts of the economy that need more work. And the president and I want to have more support to help those American businesses that have been impacted by this. I think there's many areas of this where there is an agreement between the Democrats and the Republicans. In some of the areas, we do have differences on the amounts. But I will continue to work on this. I've told the Speaker I'm available anytime to negotiate, no conditions. And we look forward. I understand the Problem Solvers is going to put out a bipartisan proposal this afternoon from the House. So I look forward to seeing that as well.
So let me know in the comment section below what you thought of the first segment of this interview with Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin. Now, to be honest, when I sometimes listen to these officials, I do scratch my head. And the reason I say that is Larry Kudlow, in a recent interview on Fox Business, when he was interviewed and when he was asked about the economic recovery, he basically said that the economic recovery does not hinge on further stimulus. He said it would be helpful and it would be nice to do it, but it does not hinge on further stimulus. In fact, I'm going to quote Larry Kudlow. Larry Kudlow said there is going to be a shift towards a CR, which is a continuing resolution to keep the government open, which is the main focus right now. And by the way, that is something that the US Treasury Secretary also did say in another segment, which I'll show you. He said, there will be discussions of future stimulus. I quote, if people want to discuss. He said there are things both sides agree on, which, by the way, is also what US Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin said. He said, I don't think the recovery hinges on the bill. The reality is it would help. But he said the recovery does not hinge on the bill. So I don't understand the logic. Why not do it? So you can see that the White House senior economic advisor, Larry Kudlow, said, it's important, but the recovery doesn't hinge on it. And if we have to talk about it, we'll talk about it. This is a different tone on a matter that is so significant to the American people, which is why I call this the new phase of the stimulus negotiations. I call it the new phase because it seems like the administration is more focused right now on the continuing resolution and less focused right now on further economic stimulus. And also there are political agendas at play here. So let's watch this clip from Larry Kudlow just a couple days ago, and let's see how that contrasts, and you can judge for yourself and see how it contrasts with what the US Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin said. Let's roll the tape.
Well, in truth, I don't know. I mean, there's going to be something of a shift right now to a continuing resolution to keep the government open. Secretary Mnuchin, Speaker Pelosi agree it should be a clean CR. So my suspicion is that's going to be the next order of business, although insofar as another CARES bill and so forth, there'll be discussions if people want to discuss. I don't expect anything dramatic in the near term. These are things really that both sides have from time to time said they agree on. Although I don't think the recovery hinges on this bill, the reality is it would help, okay? So I don't understand the logic. Why not do it?
So that's it, everybody. Let me know what you think about this new phase of stimulus negotiations where the US Treasury Secretary says one thing, where the White House senior economic advisor says another thing, where the focus now is on the continuing resolution, the effort to avoid a government shutdown. And by the way, there has been consensus from both sides about that. Where is the urgency for the second stimulus? Where is the need for the enhancement of unemployment benefits? Now, there is a possibility that the president will do more executive actions. And I have done another video talking to you about the three possibilities of future stimulus. And I definitely want you to check out that video. So there are three possibilities by which future stimulus can happen. There can be an executive order from the president. The Democrats might budge and might lower their ask, and the Republicans might budge and say, hey, we're willing to offer you more money, because they did mention that they were up to $1.5 trillion, and the Democrats are at 2.2 trillion. They're not that far apart. $700 billion, they're not very far apart. So I think they're coming very close to some sort of a resolution, but anything can happen in this environment. But I did want to talk to you about the new phase of stimulus and about what is essentially urgency from the US Treasury Secretary, and we'll see what happens from the White House Senior Economic Advisor. It's very important to understand these opposing or these different points of view, and I want my viewers and subscribers to let me know what you think in the comment section below. Thank you so much, everybody. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda. If you don't know anything about me, check out my introductory video. I have the fortune, the honor, the privilege of living the American dream. I will never get tired of saying that. I'm a beneficiary of American exceptionalism. I am a symbol of the greatness of America, and I want to help you live your American dream if you give me the opportunity. And I do believe you can live the American dream, and I will lead you there. And hopefully you can do even better than I did. Our Instagram handle is ignition_time. That's ignition_time. So make sure to follow us on Instagram for exclusive content on Instagram. Please click like, please subscribe, please enable notifications for instant updates going forward. Now, sometimes YouTube does not send out notifications, so bookmark our channel, youtube.com/ignition_time. Again, that's youtube.com/ignition_time. This way you'll never miss a single video from our channel. Again, you can just visit our homepage and you can watch all the videos, even if YouTube does not send out notifications. Now, you can also get email alerts from us. Go to ignitiontime.com/alerts. That's ignitiontime.com/alerts. So you can get email alerts from us going forward. You can also get your cell phone out, send a text message with the word ignition or with the word time to 70,000. That's 70000. And you can get on our SMS list. Now, you can opt out of our SMS list or our email list at any point in time. Remember, we release videos at 2 p.m. East Coast time most days of the week. So make sure you please click like, subscribe, enable notifications. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda with Ignition Time, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks. Bye.